Hello everybody, I am Adam. Welcome back to the Vintage Sanctuary, or welcome to the Vintage Sanctuary. Before we get going, there is this guy, his name is Doug, his channel is Video Guy 316. He just put out a goals video for 2024, it's only about a minute long. One of his goals is to get up to 75 subscribers. Right now he's at 58, so I think that's a very reasonable goal to say the least. He did not ask for this, but I thought, hey, maybe you guys would go throw some love his way, and maybe we can just blast him right up to 75 subscribers. That would be so cool. And then one of his last videos, if you check him out, really heartwarming. It's about the Christmas gift, the epic Christmas gift that his family got him, and they kind of had him, having to search around the house to find it. If you like heartwarming Christmas videos, if you like epic cards, I think you'll love that one out. So I'm suggesting or asking you to consider, please, checking out Doug, Video Guy 316, checking out his channel, and let's boost him right up to those 75 or more subscribers. All right, today's video, the 1956 Topps Mickey Mantle, grayback or whiteback. Now here's the deal. I just finished this book, Mickey Mantle, My Favorite Summer, 1956. What a year. The Triple Crown led the league, not just the American League, but the National League as well, in those three Triple Crown categories. His batting average, 353, home runs, 52, and RBIs, 130. But there's more. In the 1955 World Series, the Yankees had been beaten by the Dodgers 4-3 in that epic series. Well, in 56, it was a rematch, and the Yankees had a chance to redeem themselves, and that's what they did. This time in 1956, they beat the Dodgers 4-3. So what a year. In fact, many have said that the 1956 Topps Mickey Mantle is his most historically significant card, even beyond the 1952 Topps, because it was when he really had his coming out party and really lived up to, the hype and Stengel saying that he was going to be the next great Yankee, following in the footsteps of Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and Joe DiMaggio. So, yeah, that is just an epic card, and what a beautiful set. And now for the question, 1956 Topps, grayback or whiteback, because they come in those two versions. Well, let's turn this camera around and let's get into it. You are looking at, well, you will be once I get this thing adjusted here. Hopefully I can do a decent job of adjusting so you can pretty much see the 1956 Topps grayback, the second ever vintage baseball card that I obtained. This would be back in July of 2020, before the vintage prices really took off. I was able to secure this stunner, did some selling in order to pick this one up. But this card is so sharp, so clean. I mean, wow, wow, wow. It's a bit off center top to bottom, which really, to me, is not, not that big of a deal. Wow. And the back is just really, really nice as well. Really nice. I mean, this card is pretty much just pack fresh, like it came out of the pack. It did get the PWCC sticker, which does not surprise me at all. I think this card is well deserving of being, called out as a premium quality card. So I was so stoked. So stoked. Big purchase. Again, I did some selling to make that happen. And to me, this is, one of those key cards in the hobby, in the vintage baseball card hobby, and I am so happy to have it. Well, all right. I got a new big card that I want to show you. This is the biggest card I have obtained in some time. But let me first tell you what I sold, what I traded, so to speak, to get it. And I'll put some pictures up on the screen. A 66 Yaz, Topps Yaz. I bought that for $60 at a local card show. Sold it for $45, so a little bit of loss there, especially after fees. eBay sale. An 85-86 Elijah Star All-Rookie Team. Bought that for $185. Sold it for $188. So after fees, a little loss there. I just auctioned these off, and I figure, hey, sometimes you lose a little money because of fees. That's okay if I'm moving on to another collectible. Sometimes you make some bucks, so I don't worry about it too much if I decide to sell something. 1955 Philadelphia $50 in an NGC 4.0. Older holder that will bring a little bit of a premium. I'm not going to go into coin grading and the old holders and the CAC stickers because this video would get way too long. Bought this one for $25, sold it for $46. Again, a little bit of a premium because of the holder, so did all right there. 1884 NGC 3.0 holder, CAC sticker. Those stickers mean a lot in the coin world. Bought it for $216, sold it for $322. So, made a little bit there. And because of this holder, scarce holder, that definitely brought a premium. Most of the value was the coin itself, but definitely some was the older holder that it is in. And then finally, the 1885 in an NGC 2.0 with a CAC sticker. This is a holder that's earlier and more scarce. I bought this one for $250 back in 2017 and recently sold for $979. So even after fees, did really, really well on that one. And so I took the net from all of these sales, the 2 cards, the 3 coins, together with another couple $100. And so that was my trade. The 2 cards, the 3 coins, roughly a couple $100. And here's what I got in return. Oh, the 1956 Topps Mickey Mantle again, but this time the whiteback. And this card is pretty well centered, actually. I mean, for a 56 Topps Mickey Mantle. You can see it's pretty sharp, clean, vibrant. Now, there is some chipping, but that is really, really common with the cardstock and the way that they, glued the surface on to the cardstock with the whitebacks. And then the back is absolutely glorious. I love the way, I love the grayback as well, but I really think, for me, for 1956 Topps, the backs are just as important as the fronts. I like them just as much, if not more, actually, which usually is not the case. Usually the front means more to me, but I think the white back pops more than the gray back. I think they're both awesome. But yeah, I have wanted this card for a long, long time. So really super stoked to have it. And let me put this up here. So, let me know in the comments what you think as far as, that trade goes. You may not be into coins, but I would love to hear your thoughts nonetheless. Hey, I'm super stoked with the trade. So, white back or gray back, which way should we go? Well, with the white back, this card that you're looking at here, the PSA 3, population 126 with 299 higher. I mean, think about that. This is an epic card. This is, I think, one of the most important cards in the golden era of vintage baseball. And it's a pop 126 in a 3 with 299 higher. Well, here's the deal. The whitebacks are much more scarce, and not only that, they tend not to grade as high because there tends to be a lot of chipping and issues with them. Now, from the Blowout forums, a gentleman on the Blowout forums has been collecting 56 Topps for a number of years. In fact, he's nearly done with his 3rd fully graded set of them. That includes the white and the graybacks. And what he has to say is for the first 100 cards, which you can call the low numbers, cards numbered 1 through 100, the whitebacks are more common. He estimates 4 or 5 whitebacks for each grayback. But then for cards 101 through 180, which this Mickey Mantle falls into that range at card number 135, he calls these the high numbers. The graybacks are far more common, and he estimates 12 to 15 graybacks for 1 whiteback. So there are a lot more graybacks than whitebacks. Now, somebody might say, yeah, hey, a lot of people don't care about the backs, so, it really shouldn't make that much of a difference. Well, for a lot of cards, variations make a big difference in price. That is for sure. I actually could see this whiteback. There's already a premium for it. I could see it, increasing in value even more. I think the back really pops with the white, and it's just a scarce card, and it's a really, really mainstream, significant card in the hobby. To give you a sense, PSA pop all grades for the grayback, 7,685, 970 with a plus, and then 442 with a qualifier. But for whiteback all grades, only 733, 126 with a plus, and 76 with a qualifier. So what does that mean? Around 9,000 graybacks, including, those with a qualifier or a plus. That, including authentics as well. That might seem like a lot, but again, that's small potatoes compared to the 86 Fleer Michael Jordan card. And this, in my mind, is just as significant of a card, if not more. And then for the whitebacks, PSA, all grades, 733, with a plus 126, qualifiers 76. So we're looking at what? 7, 8, around 900-ish. So PSA pop-wise, there's about 10 times as many of the graybacks as the whitebacks. So in my humble opinion, let me say this as well. The whitebacks, there tend not to be very many in high grades. To give you a sense, 126 and a 3, which this is, 121 and a 4, 66 and a 5, 27 and a 6, 10 and a 7, 3 and an 8, none and a 9, 1 and a 10. For comparison, there's 738 graybacks in a 7, 363 graybacks in a 8, 39 graybacks in a 9, and 4 graybacks in a 10 for PSA. So this white is much tougher, and I actually think, being such a significant card, part of the flagship Topps Vintage Baseball, one of the key cards to collect, I actually think this whiteback could do really, really well over time. But I did not buy it primarily as an investment. I bought it because I think it is truly awesome. Now, grayback or whiteback? Well, I would say, it depends on your budget, right? You can get a low-grade whiteback and it doesn't necessarily cost much of a premium. So maybe that's a nice way to go, but it depends on what you like. It depends on your budget. From a, price appreciation potential, I like the whiteback. I guess my answer is both. I'm not in any big rush to get rid of either one of these. It's possible I could take the grayback to the National and maybe, make it part of an epic trade for something big and hang on to the whiteback. So that could happen. But on the other hand, I'm kind of attached to that grayback as well. I'm pretty stoked to have both. So my conclusion at the moment anyway, 1956 Topps Mickey Mantle, whiteback, grayback, or both. Whiteback or grayback. Well, maybe I'm, dodging the question, or not dodging. Maybe I'm changing the question because I'm saying both. That's my answer, both. They're both glorious. Check out, if you wish, Doug, Video Guy 316. That'd be awesome if we could get him up to the 75 subscribers or more and show him some love. Thank you for sharing in my joy. Happy 2024. I hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time in the Vintage Sanctuary. Take care, my friends.